Winter has come and gone, and a new season is bearing upon us. And with a new season comes a new anime. And with a new anime comes a whole bunch of stuff I need to review. But surely that's what you're here to watch. And as usual, I'm going to sit through all the bad episodes of anime, and the good ones as well, and let you know what you should watch, what you should avoid, and why. So that you can skip all the terrible ones, and only go for the nice ones. Or you could just argue amongst yourselves of how my taste in anime is crap. Because, as ever, this is the 2019 Spring Anime Preview, from a different perspective. You know, there's always a bit of a question over who's going to start us off in any anime season. And you know, Funimation has decided to do it this time, with YU-NO, a girl who chants love at the bound of this world. Yeah, the title makes no sense to me whatsoever. I'm assuming the girl's name is YU-NO, and from watching the episode I'm assuming the girl is the weird naked elf chick who we meet at the end. But who knows? Well, do you know? I promise I'll try not to use that pun too much in the episode, and given the fact I've used it about 3 times in the last 5 seconds, I'm thinking I'm out of my stock of YU-NO jokes for now. And the anime starts off to a mediocre start, to be honest with you. We start off with a generic Joe Nobody, just on a roof, as you would do. I mean, we don't know anything about him. He's our main character because he looks like a main character. And he's definitely our main character because, about 5 seconds into the anime, a very scantily dressed teacher walks by, and him lying down gets an absolutely perfect shot of her crotch and her panties. Now, any of you who says this rather cliche thing, well, you're right. But I'm going to give this one the benefit of a doubt, given the fact that YU-NO is actually based on a visual novel, which is probably about 20 years old now. Admittedly, it's been remade, and I could have got rid of that bit or made it more tasteful, but I suppose the fans would have got upset if I did that. And that's what this one's based on. It's based on a visual novel, an old one at that. It was released on the Sega Saturn way back when. But it's been remade now, and there's an anime to promote the new game. Our main character is a bit of a loser, to be honest. He's got all the basic toony tropes, and he starts off talking about dreams and how dreams are reality and are dreams real and all that bullcrap. And we go into school and meet a bunch of his friends. We meet his, well, assuming it's his best friend, a rather generic looking nobody. Reminds me a bit of Sunohara with none of a personality. And we also meet the first love interest, the blatantly tsundere rich girl Mio. And if you saw rich girl Mio and you thought immediately of Rie Kagumiya, then you are right. Our classic rich girl is back here again, and she's ready to lay down her rich girl tropes all over this anime. And as if he wasn't our main character already, we now learn that our main character has recently lost his father, who was a scientist who went missing in a mysterious incident. Because this isn't going to lead to a storyline, is it? We meet another hot woman, although this one at least is an adult. Sadly, it's also his mother. But before we can really start enjoying her presence, a rather stern-looking gentleman enters the room. Can't remember his name, but he's a rather stern-looking gentleman. Very gruff-looking. Stern, rich, tough. And he's a bad guy. I don't know if he's a bad guy or not, but he's a bad guy. You just like to look at him and know that he's a bad guy. And lo and behold, towards the end of the episode, we learn that he's a bad guy. That's one thing this anime doesn't do well. It doesn't hold back its surprises. It shows your character, and you know exactly what that character is going to be before that character is what it is. Like the naked elf girl we talked about earlier. She just appears at the end of the episode, disappears, but we know she's going to be back. We know there's going to be a mystery surrounding his father with that elf girl. And we know that all the fan art's going to be drawn of her. So should you really watch YU-NO? It's got some high points. The characters are very attractive. But everything about the show just screams question mark to me. I'm not sure if I like it or not yet. If you do want to watch this one, you can find it over at Funimation. Very few anime series have got the amount of anticipation this season from a remake of Natsuki Takaya's wonderful Fruits Basket. And the reason for that as well, for those of you who were born in the last 18 years and have not had the chance to watch the original anime of Fruits Basket, or even read the fantastically well written manga, let me give you a bit of a synopsis. Now, Fruits Basket is an anime which takes its origins from the Chinese zodiac. Again, that's not really too much of a surprise when it comes to anime. There's zodiac references in a lot of things. But Fruits Basket is all about the zodiac animals, and the party thrown by God, and how the poor cat was not invited. But it's not about the animals, It's not about God. It's about a girl. A wonderful, wonderful girl by the name of Toru Honda. Toru's a recently orphaned girl, and you wouldn't know that just looking at her. She is the most bright and cheerful and optimistic person you would ever know. I mean, that makes it all the more sad that she blames herself over her mother's death, and that she's now trying to live her life in a tent in the woods. A high school girl living in a tent in the woods? Surely there could be no problems there whatsoever. Good thing there aren't any perverts around, is there? Yeah, there is a pervert, but he's not a bad pervert. Now, for those of you who have already read the manga or seen the anime, then what I've just said makes perfect sense to you. If you've not, don't worry, this is not a fan service fest. It's actually a shoujo anime, and it's one of the original big hitting shoujo anime to be released in the West. When it was anime aired in 2001, it's pretty much an adult these days. And so, did it need a remake? Probably not. The anime had a bit of a rushed ending where they just threw together an ending, which is pretty much the way things were done back in the day. If the manga hadn't ended yet, and you wanted to end the anime, you just make up an ending. It made the sequels a little bit harder, and the original creators really didn't like it when their creations were just ended for no reason. And that was part of the case of why we're getting this new one. Because the original creator, she didn't like the original anime. And that shows with this new one where pretty much the entire cast, crew, studio, music, everything is new. And yes, for fans of the original, I did say music. I've never really watched Fruits Basket in Japanese, so I didn't really know the cast too well. I've had no problems with a new cast. The studio, again, it was of its age. Could probably do with updating. Again, I've got no problems with studio. But the music, that to me is one thing which I can't forgive it for. You see, the original anime opening for Fruits Basket was for Fruits Basket by the late and wonderful Ritsuko Okazaki. It is one of the most memorable anime themes there is, and part of me still wells up slightly inside whenever I hear it, even probably 10-15 years after I watched the original series. Now for fans of the dub, don't worry. Other than music, you're not going to worry too much. The Holy Trinity of Laura Bailey, Jerry Jewell and Eric Vale are all back, but as much of the original cast is returning as possible, and it is again being recorded at Funimation. As for this new series, how did it go? Well, I will be honest, it goes pretty much as you'd expect. Very much similar to a manga, and actually very much similar to the original anime as well. There's not too many differences between the two. The episode plays out as it should do, everything happens in the right order, there's no real glaring omissions or additions, it just shows the strength of the series. I mean, some of the dialogue and scenarios show their age, but then you have to remember this is a remake of an anime from 18 years ago. Of course it's going to show its age. If I was to have one complaint with the anime, then you probably guessed it probably would be the music. Now the music is not bad, the music is perfectly likeable. But it's just that, it's likeable, it's not lovable. The ending sequence could be the ending sequence to any anime. It just doesn't scream Fruits Basket to me, in the same way the original ending did. But at the end of the day, what I'm complaining about is the ending theme is disappointing. Then you know that you've got a winner on your hands. The key question is, should you watch it? Well, I will be honest, you don't need me to tell you that. If you like Fruits Basket, you're going to be watching it. If you like shoujo, you're going to be watching it. If you're a heartless bastard, then grow a heart and watch it. This is one of the most anticipated shows, not just of the season, but of the year as a whole. And for once, it lives up to the hype. You can find Fruits Basket airing over at Crunchyroll, and also can find it airing dubbed over at Funimation. The next anime that I will be reviewing has a certain theme. I wonder if you can guess what that theme is yet. It should be quite clear. So Senryu Girl. It's an anime about a very shy girl and her time in club, writing haiku like this one, because she can't speak. And her friends are fun, like her brutish classmate called Eiji Busuji. Yeah, I had to. That joke made me laugh so hard, but some tears came out. It may just be short, it's half length to be precise. But short can be good. Nanako is sweet. She is both adorable and very funny. Her comic timing is only helped by the quirk of speaking in verse. But should you watch this, it's well worth a try, and it's streaming on High Dive. Ao-chan Can't Study is a classic example of a fantastic premise and a fantastic bunch of characters ruined by an absolutely stupid plot device or plot element. It's happened so many times before where you've got a fantastic show, except the fact we're all lollies and it just ick. Or you've got a decent premise, except the fact that there's fan service everywhere and you can't actually focus on the plot. Well, on the anime plot, you can focus on their plots, but yeah. And when I say it's completely ruined, it's not really. Welcome to the world of Ao-chan Can't Study, an anime about a girl called Aoi Hori, an unfortunate girl who is named after, well, Orgasm Face, since her father is a very famous writer of erotic novels. And because of this, she's been brought up in a household where she can't really hide from the reality of men and women. She knows exactly what men can do to women. She knows how men are all wolves, and she has absolutely no plan whatsoever in ever getting with any guys whatsoever, which is blatantly what's going to happen. She's going to go out with her, I would say idol, but no, her hated person, King Normie, Takumi Kijima. Because yeah, she absolutely hates the guy. He's so friendly and happy. He clearly wants to put his thing in her hole. But he's just a normal guy, quite a nice guy actually. An attractive guy, everybody likes him. But she just can't stand him because she just sees him as a wolf, King Normie, and yeah. Her father has screwed her up rotten. And this father of hers, well, I kid you not, is probably about yay big. He's literally that little guy from Ranma, with probably the same amount of sensibility and perviness as that guy from Ranma as well. Can't remember his name, you know, the short one. And he has absolutely no real sensibilities and sensible behaviour whatsoever. He sees a little girl, he's talking to boys. Oh, I'm being pleased for her, just leaving her alone. No. He goes and messes with her. He seems to want to make his girl's life in school a living hell. And because of that, she's turned into, well, a weirdo. I mean, don't get me wrong, her weirdness is part of her adorableness. And I can't help but watch her, wondering just what she's going to do next. Whenever the troll appears on screen, yeah, I kind of lose interest. Now, when it comes to Ao-chan Can't Study, there's two ways to look at it. If you ignore the troll, then you're going to have a fun ride. But the problem is you just can't ignore him too long. Eventually, he's going to appear, he's going to say something or do something stupid, and remind you that, yes, this show is bad, but do the good bits make up for the bad bits? In part, yes, but a lot of the time, no. If you did want to watch Ao-chan Can't Study, you can do so over at High Dive. So what did you think of the first 4 series to air this season? I thought they were a mixed bag really. There were some real great shows, some of which we knew about, some of which we didn't. There were some shows which were trying a bit too hard to be everything to everyone. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the series so far, and join me next time. Thank you very much for watching, bye bye.